Hello, Katie, mynaturalhappiness.com, creator of the Seeds of Change program to help you go from hamster wheel to happiness. Founder of Shine Your Light, Goddess Shine Your Light, the Bootcamp and the book. Oh my goodness. And I almost added on Reading School of Reiki there. That's a while back. So how are you? How's your week been? Where are you at? How are you doing? I am sending you such a huge hug of love. I'm speaking to a lot of people at the moment who are facing lightness and dark. There's good and there's not so good, and the eclipse and the new moon energy coming in at the same time seems to have brought about a wave of change for a lot of people, and a wave of doing things in a slightly different way, or thinking about doing things in a slightly different way. And when we start thinking about doing things in a slightly different way, it can be a bit like, oh goodness. So yeah, sending you a hug if you're there. It can be all a bit humdrum when you get to that point. So the reason I almost said Reading School of Reiki is I attended a meditation session last night with my Reiki teacher, who taught me Reiki and how to teach Reiki decades ago. And it's the first time I've attended a meditation session for myself in person for a very long time, because most of the work I do is online. I see clients online. I'm starting to get back out in the world with the one-to-one days and the retreats, etc. And it was so lovely to be in person, and it was so lovely. And my Reiki teacher was saying that she'd bumped into some students that I taught, if you're watching, hello, at an event, and they were like, oh, you're our Reiki grandmother, and it's like, oh goodness. And I guess that's made me realise I'm somebody's, because I've taught teachers, it's made me realise that I am a Reiki grandma as well. That's lovely. That's all nice. Anyways, so yeah, that's why I almost slipped there into that. So, and I keep getting a prod as to whether to do Reiki courses or not. I don't know. I've done a couple since the pandemic, one-to-one. But yeah, whether to do, I don't know. But I received blessing from my Reiki teacher in this area, so that was good. Yeah, so in terms of our card for the week, it's been really interesting. So from my deck of cards, we have old ways. I always do a welcome if you're new here. I always do a couple of cards for the week to help along the way. And this week we have, are you stuck in your old ways? Are you still doing the same thing day in and day out, even if it is not efficient? Do you still feel like you have to do things in a certain way, even if it's not the best use of your time? This card is guiding you to release the old ways that are holding you back and embrace a new way of loving and being and doing. This card gives you permission to release what is no longer serving you well. It says it's okay to change, adapt, streamline and release the old ways that no longer serve you, honouring and keeping the old ways that do serve you. And so it is with gratitude. That spoke to me so beautifully, because I'm, with the move, I'm reevaluating everything in my business. I'm working out what I'm going to keep of my business, what I'm not going to keep of my business. And I got a prod 2 days ago. A couple of people have asked me about running tarot courses. And I put out a survey yesterday, and I've had so much response. So I'm being guided to go in new ways as well. So if you're interested in learning how to read tarot, then there's a survey below here for days and times and info, and then we'll see if enough people are interested. But already I've had more people than I thought I would who are interested in learning tarot. Other card for the week, Maeve, cycles and rhythms. Honour the cycles of your body, energy levels and emotion, and that's so important. That's from Doreen Virtue's Goddess Guidance, to just honour where you're at and how your energies are. And sometimes doing the old ways day in, day out can be more exhausting than doing new ways. So yeah, honouring the cycle of where you're at this point in time. So there are your cards for the week for watching this video. I am shifting and changing everything in my business at the moment. Shine Your Light Goddess is obviously, that's a massive part of it, and that's going to stay. Of course, Shine Your Light Goddess, the bootcamp. And I'm being guided to go in different directions, like running the tarot cards, doing more of the course, doing more of the one-to-one courses. And I don't know about going back to teaching Reiki. I'm not sure. I loved it. I loved doing it. So I guess where I'm going with this is, if you feel like there is anything that you wished I would put back on again, that you think, oh, if only you should do that course again, I really loved it, like a refresher, please give me a shout and let me know, because I'm open to new and different ways of doing things at the moment, and I'm just playing with how I'm going to run my business going forward. Sometimes to just have that level of looking at the whole life, you can start to shift and change things. Goddess Retreat Day, that's on. That is a definite. Love Goddess Retreat Day. Such a powerful day, such a magical day, such a magical day. And that is on in November, but you can get an early bird ticket at the moment. That's all available on my website. So yeah, lots of wonderful things, and it's so exciting. And I have to say, it's been really wonderful just looking at an overview and thinking, what am I going to keep here, what am I not, what bits work, what bits don't, what bits bring me joy, what bits don't bring me joy, which is funny enough why I released doing the one-to-one hourly work, because that was in a 1 hour session, there was always more stuff to do, which is why I started to expand it into larger things, so we actually got the stuff done. So yeah, feel in your life what brings you joy, what doesn't, and see what flows. Right, mwah. Big love. Have a magical week. So much love. Kate, mynaturalhappiness.com.